Anger against Muslims in Sittwe in western Myanmar. The majority of people here are Buddhist. These monks lead the protests against a group called the Rohingya, a stateless Muslim minority. Most Rohingyas fled the city after intercommunal violence in June that saw both sides accuse each other of attacks on their communities. But several thousand Muslims refused to leave their homes in the city centre.
We want the Muslim people to go away from the city because they make us travel so often with many waves.
The people he's talking about have been trapped in this ghetto for the past 4 months. Just 1 kilometre by 500 metres, surrounded by police and soldiers. Inside, most shops are closed. There's no work, and the food provided by the authorities isn't enough to go round. People here also live in constant fear of an attack by the Buddhists who surround them.
We have lost everything. Whatever we have lost everything. We have nothing now. We have left just one thing, to lose our lives.
Officially, 90 people have been killed from both sides in the violence between Rohingyas and the ethnic Rakhine Buddhists since June. The real figure is likely a lot higher. Thousands of houses have been burned down and some 75,000 people are displaced. The vast majority are Rohingyas, a violent culmination of decades of persecution.
The primary human rights violation experienced by the Rohingyas is systemic discrimination, which manifests itself in restrictions on movement, labor, marriage, education, access to health care, employment.
In the centre of Sittwe, outside of the ghetto, life is difficult but carries on as normal for the Buddhist Rakhines. Even the several thousand still living in camps can move around freely to the market or to work without mixing with Muslims. The authorities insist this is only a short-term situation.
We are informed by the government that this is for the purposes of bringing the unrest under control, that this is a temporary separation, not a segregation.
But there's no sign of any change yet for the Rohingyas crammed into their ghetto. There are too many people for the mosque, so they must take turns to pray. But their prayers for the moment remain unanswered.